What's going on, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. Today I just want to talk to you guys about mental mindset. I've always tried to get people to change their mindset to think of abundance or think in abundance, where you just believe that it's possible. You take on the capability within your mental processes and says, I can create more, do more, accomplish more. And I sometimes wonder why people just don't have that kind of mindset. Somebody told me today that they're always, trying to survive. They have bills, they want to eat, they just want to survive. And, I always think about what can I do to create long-term residual income? How do I position myself so that the money that I'm given actually works hard for me and brings back a decent return? But I find that very few people are in that thought process. That's not something that you can easily convey to the average person, or really a focus that some people even care about. Complacency is like a disease. A lot of people are okay with wherever they are. They're not striving. They're not goal orientated, and they're definitely not pushing themselves. So I think about that sometimes, and I wonder, why is it that progress is such a hard thing to talk about? It's a simple conversation that people don't really want to have. Conversations typically amongst people are mundane and aren't really meaningful. What do you talk to your friends about? What are you involved in terms of your daily activities? How do you challenge yourself? And what decisions do you make on a day-to-day basis that create the future that you want? These are the things I think about, and I challenge myself. Sometimes I feel like that my progress is not measured in a quantifiable way. I want to do more and accomplish more. So I just try to figure out ways to get it right. You know what I mean? There's people who have it and there's people who don't. So those of us who don't have it have to figure out what to do in order to separate ourselves. And I'm just surprised that so many people are happy slaves. I'm surprised that so many people don't have that entrepreneur spirit. What can you sell for Bitcoin? The world is changing, and it's moving into a digital economy where electronic currency is going to be the medium of choice in the future. So if you sell something in Bitcoin today, you're sort of positioning yourself in what will be tomorrow. You're paying attention to what's next. But that's not something that a lot of people do. If you have a business idea, then integrate Bitcoin into your payment scheme. Allow customers to have that choice, so that when they come into your business, if they have Bitcoin, they can pay with Bitcoin. The pricing mechanism stays the same. If something you sell for $10, it still costs $10, but now they can pay $10 in Bitcoin. And it's a simple way to accumulate a alternative currency that's not within the bank system. So I always make that suggestion for the people who have a business. If you're running a brick and mortar, or you have a good or service that you're charging on the internet, just find a way to integrate Bitcoin into your payment mechanism. You just have to do things that can put you ahead of the game. Gold, silver, and Bitcoin puts you ahead of paper devaluation. So it has to be a choice that you think about. My problem is I don't get very much paper. So I have to be strategic in the paper that I get, because I don't make a lot of currency. So limited access is what prevents me from investing to the degree that I would like to invest, or making the type of progress that I would like to make. But I always encourage other people to at least put that in their thought process. I mean, at least get to the point where it's something you're striving for. You know, I hate the mundane people that surround me. I hate how grown people can't have grown conversations. You know, it puts me in a lonely island because I don't think the way you think, and I don't act the way you act. So when you can't relate to the people that are around you, you're like, okay, you know, I mean, I try to respect people wherever they are, but, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, God help me. So I just encourage you guys to do more, accomplish more, change your way of thinking, and believe that some things are possible. You know,